Welcome back to the HalfSword Championship. We had a great event last time, and as you can see on the pound for pound rankings, we have a couple of changes, but nothing too major. The Men-at-Arms have overtaken the Planson twins. But let's just get straight into it. The first fight, and speaking of, it's the Planson twins versus the Men-at-Arms, to determine who's getting what place on the pound for pound rankings. Firstly, the Planson twins. They really want to get back in the win column after their previous loss, where they did get pieced up by the Baron pretty bad. And they were also very angry at my pronunciation of their name, the Planson twins. And here we have the Men-at-Arms, who think the Planson twins are overrated, and they're also aiming for another chance at the title. And speaking of, they caused a bit of a ruckus backstage having a fight with the Planson twins. But let's get into it. Both sides coming out fast. Now this really is a long-range battle, but if they do get in close, I think the Planson twins have a bit of an advantage of the spikes on their Plansons. However, they are much less armoured, so any strike from the Men-at-Arms will be lethal on them. And from the looks of it, one of the Planson twins in the back just took one to the head. He was rocked a bit, but still seems to be standing, no big injuries there. Oh, and that looks like a nasty cut on the arm. He might be down already. He's out. That is one of the Planson twins out that fast. Unbelievable. Now there's only one left, and really, I don't know if he's got a chance, but you never know of the Plansons. It's such a lethal, dangerous weapon. Honestly, I think it's one of my favourite weapons in the entire game. It just feels so good to use and so good to watch. And they're taking it slow here, the Men-at-Arms. A good hit to the head. He also hit his friend on the head there. And another one to the head of the Planson twin. He's dropped his Planson. I'm not sure why he did that. It must have been the hit to their head. He's just not really knowing where he is. He's all over the place. And he's striking with them. This is not good. There's only one outcome that's going to come from this now. Without his Planson, he's just going to get ripped apart. This is brutal. One of the Men-at-Arms have dropped their poleaxe as well, but he pulls out a sword, which is much, much worse in my opinion. This is not going to last long. He's holding on for dear life, this Planson twin. You've got to respect the heart he's got here. He's really put it all on the line. He's just fighting for his life, for his dignity, for his chance at the title. And it looks like it might all be going down the drain very fast. I would say you never know, but in this one, I feel like there is only one outcome that's going to be here. He takes a strike there, it's not looking good. One of his arms might be injured, he's holding his chest close. The other one just pushes him over. That is brutal, what a rude, unbelievably rude, and then he tramples on the body. That is not what you want to see. You saw they had a fight backstage, and they are showing that disrespect in the ring at the end here. Just knocking him down, pushing him over to end it, and then trampling on the body. Into the next fight, we've got the Dark Knights versus the Baron. And I will say, the Baron has dropped his polearm finally. He heard all of you guys saying he needs to do it, so here he is. The Baron, he's given up the polearm. He has nightmares of that first loss to the Dark Knights. He is so angry and desperate to get back out there and get the win, get his crown back. And the Dark Knights, they already have a win over the Baron, so they're feeling very confident going into this. Let's see if that confidence is well placed or not.
Mangakur!
One of them rushes in here. And last time they had really good fight IQ against the Baron. They got either side of him, they took turns. It was an unbelievable showing, and let's see if they can replicate that. Now there is one big change that they're going to have to deal with, and that is the Baron with the sword. Is he going to be that much more lethal using this weapon? I think so, but we'll see. And here they are getting either side of him, as they said. They're really good at just rotating around, keeping him on one at a time, moving forward and back, and that's a big hit there. I think some blood has been spilled already. One of them looks like he's limping a little bit. A nice synchronized strike from them there. Now the axe getting stuck in the sword. If you remember from their first fight, it was actually the axe getting stuck underneath the Baron's weapon, where the Dark Knight was able to twist and have a beautiful strike into the armpit, which put the Baron down, his first and only loss. I'm not sure if such an unbelievable strike can be replicated here, but you never know with the Dark Knights, they are masters of combat. Taking it slow and steady early here, just one at a time. Testing out the Baron, seeing if he's going to gas out. Some good hits on the armor, but nothing getting through. The Baron is so heavily armored, it's just so difficult to get through that armor. A good kick into the Baron there made him lose his balance for a second. Any material hits really won't do much. You need a lot of strikes in quick succession to put him down on the ground, and other than that you have to find a gap in the armor, of which there aren't many at all. Ooh, another nice hit to the head, he's wobbled for a second there. Now the Baron's walking around, trying to isolate one of them, trying to get through. He hits a kick there to the knee. It's a good strike, but the Dark Knights are also very heavily armored. It's not easy to get through into them as well. You gotta find a gap. And that's really what this fight is gonna be, just both of them wearing each other down, trying to find that gap, that one strike that will do the critical damage. He's got one up against the fence here, this is big. It's usually in spots like that the defense weakens and you can find the gap and get through the armor. Baron's half-swording here, just trying to get in close and just wiggle around to find that gap. You can see there is blood on the floor. So someone has been cut. I think one of the Dark Knights took a hit. Baron's throwing kicks, half-swording in close, just trying to find the gap. The Dark Knights are relentless with their pressure. They just keep walking him down, walking him down. We've already traveled across half the width of the arena here. What's happening to that Dark Knight? It looks like he's bleeding from somewhere. He's down! One of the Dark Knights is down, I didn't even see what happened. We've got to have a replay on that, I had no idea what happened there. It looks like in that close quarters combat, the Baron just managed to get in and get a cut into the armpit of the Dark Knight, which just bled him out slowly. That was so brutal. I hope he's okay. We're going to have to wait for the fight to finish to get the medics in there. We might have to send them in earlier to get him out. Because the amount of blood that came out of him there was insane, and now it's just one Dark Knight versus the Baron. Now in most other fights, I would say losing one is critical, and almost every single time that results in the loss of that side that lost one first. But in this fight, with the Dark Knights, we know what they can do. All it takes is one to land a critical hit. Like last time, there was one that did it, the other was standing back when it happened. So really you never know. The Dark Knights could still pull this off, but this is the weakest I've seen them in a while. The Baron is really putting it on them with his sword. They're dancing around. The Dark Knight must be feeling the pressure now, watching his brother go down. I can't even imagine what he's feeling, the adrenaline, the emotion, the hatred to the Baron. And you have to remember there is no love lost between these two. You can tell just the bloodlust he has here. He is so desperate to get in, get this victory, and get that belt. The Baron and the Dark Knights have gone back and forth. A big hit to the head there. The Baron looked unsteady on his feet, but he recovers fast. But the Dark Knight, ever moving forward, applying the pressure, keeping to the game plan even though his brother is done. Now they're locked in here. This is a very tense face-off between the two, just locked in, neither wanting to break away, neither wanting to admit the other is stronger. This is a battle of the Titans, maybe the two greatest warriors we have ever seen on this channel. And they are locked in mortal warfare. Only one man is going to be walking out of this arena. The Baron just searching, moving that sword around, trying to get in the armpit like he did on the other. Doesn't manage to get through this time. The Baron swings him around there, just showing off his insane strength. The Dark Knight in turn pushing him back, throwing in kicks. The Baron is just going for that soaring motion of the sword here. I will say he looks a lot more in control of his motions with the sword than with his polearm. As many of you have pointed out, it seemed like the polearm was holding him back in previous fights, and that might be the case. He looks much more dangerous here today. The Dark Knight trying to get in close, but the Baron just holding the sword point against him there, keeping him at distance. That shield coming in handy. Even though he has a lot of armor behind it, he might have taken a hit there to the foot, or he looked to stumble for a second with that low blow by the Baron. Another hit to the foot, and the Dark Knight stumbles a bit here. He's not looking too sure on his feet. He might have taken some damage to the leg, but that won't stop him from moving forward. He does look to be limping somewhat. He took a hit to the arm there, you saw the blood come out. It was a great strike by the Baron. Managed to find a gap in the armor on his arm there. I can't even see a gap, but the Baron found it. It looks like the Dark Knight's lost his axe. I didn't even see that happen. It might have been when he took the hit to the arm. The axe has fallen. Now this is really, really bad news. The Dark Knights do have swords in a scabbard there, but it appears he is just so focused on this fight he's not had time to pull out his sword. He's just trying to swing at the Baron, showing how much hatred he has for him. He's just desperate to put the hurt onto him. Getting in close and just swinging for the head of the Baron. But the Baron, of course, throwing kicks, still half-swording, swinging at him. The Dark Knight is just lazily running forward. This isn't looking good. Kicks, but he's completely off balance there. That's not going to do any damage. Still has his shield. He takes one hit to the head there, swinging at nothing, absolutely swinging and missing. That's unbelievable. This is not a good look for the Dark Knights at all. He is all over the place. I hate to see it. I really am a big fan of the Dark Knights, but this is just kind of sad to watch. He gets thrown back against the fence there. Again, the unbelievable strength of the Baron on show. Feels to me like it's only a matter of time before the Baron finds that big weakness and gets through in a big way. Baron getting in real close, throwing some headbutts in the clinch there, I think. It's not exactly illegal in the HalfSword Championship, but it's definitely looked down on. Not that that's ever stopped the Baron before. He is known for his disrespect and unsportsmanlike behavior. The Dark Knight is just holding that shield up and charging in again and again. There's no way he's going to be able to get through without a weapon. Holding the shield up high, just trying to block that sword and then charging close. I mean, you have to respect the endurance of the Dark Knight to just keep charging through blow after blow time and again. He does not stop. He is walking the Baron down without a weapon. If that's not unbelievable, I don't know what is. And if you look on the left now, you can see the other Dark Knight has been taken out by the medical team. He's definitely getting checked out right now. I'll let you know as soon as there's any updates. Hopefully he's okay. Our medical team is some of the best in the land. The infirmary is unbelievable. Trust me, he will be okay. And if I know the Dark Knights, he'll be trying to climb back over the fences to get into the arena again in no time. and the shield is gone. The shield also is gone, and the Dark Knight pulls out a dagger at last, but he doesn't pull out the sword. I don't know why that is, but one of his arms looks kind of limp there. It might be gone. That might be why he chose not to pull out the sword earlier. Not that he has yet either. That little dagger is going to really struggle. But if he gets in close, there's always a chance he could find the gap. I do find that very unlikely with how active the Baron looks. He is just swinging so fast, and you know those strikes are so powerful. Just again and again in the half-swording position, it's relentless. I can't believe the Dark Knight's still standing, even without being hit in a gap in the armor. He's taken so many hits to the body and head. I can't imagine the pain he must be feeling, but it seems like the adrenaline is just covering it for now. It definitely won't feel good in the morning, though. Exchanging kicks there. What big hit finds a gap in the elbow armor. It doesn't look like it did critical damage, or definitely not enough to put him down, but that was a huge find from the Baron there, and that arm is definitely out of service now. Even if it wasn't before, and I'm pretty sure it was before. Dark Knight taking a second there to recalculate. He's taken a few more hits in succession from the Baron. That was a great combination of strikes. This might be the greatest showing I've seen from the Baron. He looks unbeatable out here today. He's grabbed a hold of the arm of the Dark Knight there and trying to get some strikes in. The arm looks to be completely busted up. You can see how limp it is as he's swinging there. No control over it. The elbow might be broken, it could be dislocated. Honestly, it could be both with how much the Baron has been railing on him. Another hit to the head there. Another good kick to the leg by the Baron. He's just swinging away. I can say one thing, the armor of the Dark Knight is going to need to be repaired after this. It's taken so many blows. Both getting stuck a bit on the fence there. Baron throwing another kick. He loves those leg kicks. He throws a few oblique ones as well. A big hit there. You saw the blood come out and he's down. The Dark Knight is down. That is it. After surviving for so long, holding back the onslaught, he just can't do it anymore. Takes a big hit to, I think, the armpit, and he goes down. Your new champion, and for the second time, the champion of the Half-Sword Championship, the Baron. He takes back his belt in an unbelievable fight. That was incredible. One of the longest fights we've had, but wasn't it great? Thank you all for watching. Remember to subscribe and like if you enjoyed this video. There's more to come. Let me know in the comments who you want the Baron to fight next. Who's his first defense in this new era gonna be? Thank you and goodbye.